Hey friends, my name's Steven with Leviathan Snakes, and for this week's ball python marketing tip, we're going to be talking about how we can differentiate our businesses and ourselves from everybody else in the market. And it's like really simple, and it's just kind of like a quick little way that you can take two different things and make yourself incredibly unique and incredibly positioned to serve your consumers. Stay tuned. Okay, so this is a general marketing theory, and when you think about a product, most of the time, the products that you can think of, so let's say like Nike, Apple, those big brands and stuff like that, they are marketed specifically for a type of person, okay? Maybe this person is athletic, maybe this person is innovative, those kind of things. Anyways, if you have a brand, let's say that you have a shoe brand, and your shoe brand's entire purpose is to sell shoes to everybody. There are so many different tastes, and there's so many different experiences and circumstances that people have. Some people are really budget focused. Some people want exclusivity. And some people just want something that they think is different so it can make them stand out in their own personal expression, okay? There's no way that you can make one shoe that will appeal to everybody. And the same thing can kind of go to ball pythons. So a lot of people, when they start, ourselves included, when we start, we want to be able to have some snakes that can pretty much hit anybody who's looking for an animal. We want some pet snakes, we want some mid-tier, we want some really high-end stuff. And while that's good, if we are trying to market ourselves as the one place you can go to get any kind of snake possible, it's just not going to be true, okay? So we don't have enough animals that produce enough snakes to handle every single person who might possibly want something. Instead, that business model is going to be closer to like Walmart, where you are going to mass produce animals and you are going to try to make as many as you possibly can of every single different kind, so that way you really do have an animal for anybody that comes and looks for one. And that is a completely viable business model, but that's not something that we, or probably most hobby level ball python breeders, want to do. Instead, what you can do is if you find two different characteristics and you try to focus only on those characteristics and you do everything you can to define those two characteristics, you get to generate this own space that is specific towards you. So let's think of this as like a graph, all right? You have like your x-axis, you have a y-axis. Let's say on your x-axis, you say that one of your traits is friendliness, okay? Because this is something that we do. We want to be friendly, we want to be open, we want to make connections and build relationships and community with everybody that we interact with. So let's say we have friendliness. If we approached friendliness as really mean and cold and short, and we didn't go out and interact with people, our friendliness score would be really low. So we wouldn't be able to compete with somebody in a friendliness, openness kind of dynamic as somebody who is always going out and supporting everybody else, like Inked Lady Morphs, for example. They do a really good job of this. If you're not following them on Instagram, we're going to leave a link to their Instagram account in the description below. Okay, so friendliness is just one type of category. The other category that we try to do is professional. We want to get this vibe that we are not just some random person who decided to breed some snakes in our basement, even though it's like our bedroom, because we're not like a full-on business. But that's not the point. We want to be professional. We want to show that we aren't just a fly-by-night thing, that we are trying to do it as right as possible. So this is why we try to invest in healthy animals, high-end equipment. We want to show our professionalism in everything we do, whether it's like production quality of a video or an Instagram post. So if we can get really high scores, again, it's subjective. It's not saying that there's a right and wrong way to do this or that there really is a value. But if we can be perceived as incredibly professional and incredibly friendly, what that does is it would attract consumers to us who want to interact with somebody who's going to do them right, that they can trust is going to give them everything that they possibly can to succeed, whether it's with breeding and it's like marketing advice, kind of like these videos and all that stuff, or maybe it's just they are working a recessive project and they want to trust that the het animal that they are getting really is a het. both of those kind of come into the professionalism aspect, as well as like timely communication, politeness, all of that kind of stuff. And then maybe you can have somebody who's really, really professional, but isn't really approachable, and you feel like that you're bothering them. We don't want to give that vibe at all. We want to be friendly. If you want to just chat with us, send us a message. We'll 100% chat with you. And if we can get known as Leviathan Snakes, they're the people who have really, really professional setup, and they do a great job with all of their things, and they're incredibly friendly and helpful, and they'll just talk to you, and they're good people. They feel like my friends. That is a unique placement within the market that we can stand out. We don't necessarily have to produce all of the animals in the world or produce the highest end animals. We can just work in that specific sector. So find 2 different characteristics that you think capture your business. Maybe it's professionalism. Maybe it's high quality animals. Maybe it is timely communications, and you will be ready to respond to a customer's inquiry any day, anytime, period. Find 2 of them and do everything you can to do the best job that you can at them. We hope that this ball python marketing tip was helpful. If it was, please hit the like button, subscribe, all of that stuff. And I'm gonna go ahead and apologize for last week. I was working on a website all night and I literally did not have enough time to record a video. So we'll get back into it. We've only missed one, but we normally post Sundays as our vlog, Wednesdays as ball python marketing tips. We'll catch you again soon.